what I did. That is, and I forgive him after the so when he becomes a wife, you're a good man, you're a good man. So it's all about forgiveness. So when you forgive, you forgive.
Okay. Now, based on what you did, right?
Yeah.
Just about justice and forgiveness, of justice forgiveness, right? So that means because you forgave him, justice be placed with forgiveness.
Well, I don't think there are two different things. There are two different things. For the father.
Okay, but what really is the essence of justice?
I believe justice is to receive, to get compensation for the wrong doing he has done. Maybe to pay what is bad, and that person has done bad, to punish him for doing what he has done. So that is what we by justice. When someone does something wrong, they to condemn, and somebody that he is guilty, only not even guilty. And if it is proven beyond level that that person is guilty, then the judge will punish them. It's justice. They will punish that person, maybe 1 year or 2 months or fine. The person must receive punishment for the wrong he or she has done. This is what I consider justice.
Okay, but I'm also looking at the where you mentioned, well, justice means condemning.
Okay.
And you told him what he did was wrong.
Yes.
You also want him to never do it again.
Yes.
And then the compensation for whoever was wrong is enough for this person to feel at peace. That's okay. For wrong I was done, I'm in a better place now.
Well, if, for the fact I condemned it, you said that he did wrong. If it set that matter up, maybe present it to her and that person only has done. That is, I will say it is justice.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. Let me not keep you for much longer. Thank you much for calling. All right. So, I mean, we're really finding it hard to forgive justice. So, if I were to seek justice in this matter, you stole my plantain. I'm supposed to sell that plantain and make some money from it, take care of my family. And I caught you steal my plantain. And you acknowledged that, yes, you in fact stole it. I see, I have teeth. All right? And then give me my plane. Give it back. And I give you whatever. Steal from me again. And let you. Not that I did not support you to with whatever story that should have protected you. It might sound like it's wrong. It's just wrong. Mary called in and said, if you seek justice, you're not ready to forgive. And if you forgive, then you can't seek justice. But then, is it possible to forgive and still seek justice? There has to be a situation where you forgive someone, but then there is need for justice to be done. Hello? Hello? Good afternoon, name.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Ichi.
All right, well, Mr. Ichi.
Between justice and forgiveness, I believe that justice is they say justice is right, and it strikes out the sword and says, this is what is right. You did right, you did wrong. That is what justice is. Forgiveness is with compassion and love to just say someone being by just what is no more agree right. That's what forgiveness is. And an example of forgiveness is, for instance, when we commit sin and we've used against this, God can just decide to say, forgive you. Forgiveness does need both human and God. There's a point of no return where this does the one the Bible says he has given two things more pleasant, which is just, forgiveness has a limit. I just cries out. So when it does something wrong, the judge was about to strike it, to say, I'm justice. Then he also have to go for it. Because he has you can do something but not apply. So that is the difference between forgiveness and justice.
Thank you very much for calling, Mr. Ichi. So, a man whose name is Miroslav Volv said, if I say forgive you, I have implicitly said you have done. So first of all, cannot be forgiven where there is no wrong. And so I forgive you. Then he told to say that forgiveness is, at its heart, is both saying that justice has been violated and not letting that violation count against the offense. So what is just is that you should not wrong in the first place. You shouldn't steal my plane. Even practices. It's from you pass it, you don't talk for that without my consent, or whatever. So justice has been violated in the first place. But forgiveness now says it's been violated. I'm not going to let that violation count against you, the offender. But then I still ask, does that mean that forgiveness has replaced 080-0817 923 00 087930000? Or maybe you actually just say or ask, is forgiveness a substitute for justice? Can we, in place of justice, forgiveness? Good afternoon. What's your name? Welcome back.
I'm on the third line. I have little and without this information or awareness, justice is on time. I want to use, especially the Nigerian banks, when it debits you construction and you did not receive or you did not receive money and you are debited.
Okay.
Now, why can't you just forgive and without complaint? Why can't you just let the money go like that? So if you understand side by side, then you should know that for you to get your money back, you have to call customer care, or you have to write a mail, or to the whoever is in the front desk. And then you should do this process. What are you seeking for? You are seeking justice, you are seeking for reform, you are seeking for process to be done accurately because what is stated, maybe in the policy, and you want to, in fact, you are talking about your hard-earned money. You should just let the bank go. I mean, I thought no problem, and how I will hold it back. But we go all out to ensure that our penny, our naira or kobo is not lost. Now, we have to use aspect because we are saying select still by advantage because bank is able. But when another person, did not carry transaction, you say, okay, you won't go for it. And for me, I think we are not balancing it. And to me, it's not very balanced. So it's not balancing it. Somebody is not doing what somebody should.
But the case of the bank,
the thing is, they don't pursue their money. They will tell you in 2015, they lost my money today, they have not found it. In that 2015, somebody whose money was deducted, go for it, money was refunded.
okay.
So they that did not use their money because they not do what they're supposed to do. The ones that they deduct their money, they go through process and got their money. So how can we put those two together? Information. One locks it, one does it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. And then in that particular case, justice has been served. I've gotten my money back. All right, let's go off now for the news trending stories. And after that, we will continue conversation on justice versus forgiveness. I'll be back. Stay tuned. All right, know what I mean? Yeah, we're talking about foods that do not contain water. And I've come to conclusion that every food, now comes to because I don't even share that same view, and this is the argument here, that the meat you eat and animals drink water. And any other food you eat, even if it feels dry, right? Like not, whatever. Hello, it came from a tree. It came from the ground. Guess what? How did it grow? Water. So even if it is oil, I'm sure you now get what I'm saying, right? So yeah, what plays a role in ensuring that we, and whatever it is that we drink, so there is water somewhere, even if it's alcohol, what it made of? Is it grape? Whatever it is, just go and look for it. You find out that basically water played a role there. But all the same, regardless whether what you ate has water in it or not, do what to stay hydrated, okay? Drink water. Don't allow this mostly clouder to becloud your mind. Drink water. So, and talking about what, this thing, this has, last year, particular one, was it bread or something? And some people ask for it. So it seems every time we will not look up for one company that decides to do a special advert, right? All this whole content creation thing is getting into trouble. And so Peak Milk was in the news for that one. Even the Christian Association of Nigeria was called a boycott of their because of particular content they put out there, to mark the Easter holiday or mark Easter celebration. But hey, just so you know, that kind of Peak Milk, Friesland Campina, they apologize to the Christian Association of Nigeria and of course the Christian community at large for their Good Friday social media post on the company's social media handle. And they say in quotes, though, we acknowledge the sensitivity of the social media to consider the sobriety of the season. It was neither intended to make light of the significance of the sin nor to inordinately exploit the unmatched sacrifice of Jesus Christ. We will inform the Christian Association of Nigeria that the social media post has since been withdrawn. And yeah, because we're talking about milk, some people like to take milk. Did you know that a whole cow milk contains about 87% water? And the remaining 30% is the fats, the protein, hydrates, minerals, the vitamins. But the most part of milk is water. And that's why you are a breastfeeding mother. You don't neglect water, especially during exclusive breastfeeding. Say on the breastfeeding, you don't need to give baby water. Oh, the baby has finished suckling. Give him water so that he digests the milk. You don't need water to digest the milk. Enough water in that milk. All right, that's one first. So, Corazon Aquino says, and then Max Lucado says, forgiveness does not diminish justice. It just entrusts it to God. And then I like this other one. Forgiveness does not excuse their behavior. Forgiveness prevents their behavior from destroying your heart. I'll take that again. Forgiveness does not excuse their behavior. What forgiveness does is to keep your heart from being destroyed by their behavior. So, is forgiveness a substitute for justice? Looking at what Max Lucado said here, and also looking at these other things that I've quoted so far, it doesn't. Forgiveness is forgiveness. Justice is justice. All right, there is no forgiveness without justice, but justice before forgiveness. The family of late Chima, the mechanic that died in police custody, were very happy after the court's judgment in their favor. Fairness is all that matters. Ezekiel Isaiah sent us that message. All right, thank you. I'm so careful, Bara from Port Harcourt. You can forgive a hurt, but would the state forgive the hurt done to you? You can forgive someone for killing, but the state would not forgive. You can let go. But what about the sanity or sanctity of the society? So let's say someone had used a person for ritual purposes or kidnapped someone and perhaps killed the person, and you say, I forgive you. How about the society? Especially when it has been publicized. Is the society going to forgive? And then we talk about justice. We talk about fairness. So this time around, we're looking at what everybody can look at and say, yes, justice has been done in this matter. But what do you think, though? I'm still asking, does forgiveness replace justice? And is forgiveness a substitute for justice? Bring your strong argument. All right, good afternoon, Constance. Justice is fairness in the way people are dealt with. The system of laws in a country that judges and punishes people. Forgiveness, on the other hand, means different things to different people. But in general, it involves an intentional decision to let go of resentment and anger. Justice and forgiveness are never the same thing, but both requires our daily choices. Bright from Omoko. Good afternoon, Constance. Constance, it's two different things. Good example is the case of a murderer that was convicted recently in Port Harcourt for killing a breadwinner. The wife has finally gotten justice, but it's likely she has not forgiven the murderer for killing her husband. So they are both different. From Samson in Eneka. All right, let's see the messages we have here on Facebook. You can also join the conversation. Head on to Facebook right now, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH, and drop a comment. You can also tweet at Nigeria Info PH. All right, Frank Victor says forgiveness is the sole prerogative of the victim, but justice should not just be done, but it has to be seen to be done by the people. So from this one now, what I'm picking from it is that when it is forgiveness, it is me who has forgiven. The people might not see that I have forgiven. They don't even need to see that I have forgiven. But I know in my heart that I have forgiven, I have let go of whatever wrong, whatever resentment, whatever anger that I had because of what was done to me. But justice has to be seen by everybody. People have to say, yes, justice has been done in this matter. People don't need to say, yes, she has forgiven. Because sometimes you may think that because someone is no longer frowning, they are forgiven. Perhaps they just decide to start smiling more so that by the time they strike, you wouldn't see that coming. So forgiveness might not necessarily be seen, but justice has to be seen. All right, Frank Victor, thank you. CN Udenze says, absolutely no. Absolutely no to what? Does forgiveness replace justice? He says, absolutely no. All right. Let's see now. Ikechukwu Sterling, have I seen your message before now? I think I have. Inime or Mini Mose Alesia says, no, forgiveness cannot replace justice. Okay. And so many other reactions here. Okay, they're reacting to Wachi Nawarozo's message. I don't know why I keep stumbling when I get to your name. It's quite long, believe me. All right, Uchenna Igwe says that he's right. Okay, Wachi Nawarozo says absolutely no. Instead, when justice is delivered, then comes forgiveness. Okay. 0817-923-0002 0817-923-0002 or 0817-923-0003 0817-923-0003. So I think that one of the callers actually said something. I can't remember what he said, but I just noted this down. The weight of the wrong to the wronged. So does the weight of the wrong done determine the level of justice? Does it also have a bearing on the forgiveness? Okay, yeah, I think it was the young man who called in to talk about the fact that, okay, someone forgave somebody for stealing their plantain, but you wouldn't forgive the bank if they took your money or if they didn't deliver the money. You were expecting them to maybe transfer to somebody, or money that was supposed to be transferred to you and you didn't get the money. You would go to the bank to get your money. All right. So I was looking at the weight here. So when it comes to justice and forgiveness, is it a matter of the weight of the wrong done? Now here's what I mean. For me, stealing my plantain might be such a big deal. It might mean so much to me. Maybe because of the way I see myself, that nobody in this community would have the temerity to enter my farmland. Like, you're not afraid. Do you know who I am? With all my titles in this town, you entered my farm. So that is on one hand. Now, to another person, stealing their plantain may not necessarily mean so much because perhaps they're not even titled chiefs, or they're not seeing themselves in that light of, I'm such a big man that nobody dares enter my farm. You don't even come to seek my you don't even imagine entering my farm, let alone actually entering my farm. So maybe they're not even seeing themselves in that light. And so that's why if someone stole their plantain, all they could do is warn the person, don't do this again, and even gave the plantain to the guy and said, eat it, sell it, however you want to use it, that's your business. But for me, it's a big deal because I believe that people around here should know me. You can't, like, who are you? How dare you enter my farm? If I let you go, it means you will go and call your friends. Tomorrow, people will not come and even enter my house. You see where this is going? Because of the weight I have placed on what you have done. And so we can make it even bigger than what it is. So if we're seeking justice here, I think it depends on how each views the hurt, okay, maybe not the hurt now, the wrong done to them. So one person is seeing it as such a big issue, and the other person is not seeing any big deal. Yeah, it is a big deal, but not that much. I can handle this one. Let's just let it go. And he did not consider, what if I let this young man go and tomorrow they decide to come with arms to steal from the same farm? Because I caught him and even made a video. What if just making that video puts me in another kind of trouble? He sends his friends after me to get that video, that phone back from me. So I'm talking about the weight of the wrong. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
I'm Victor Harry, calling from Okogro.
All right, Victor Harry, you're welcome.
Thank you. Actually, justice and forgiveness are two different things. Just like we have a reference, a biblical reference in Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 20, which says, justice, justice, that thou follow, that thou mayest live and inherit the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. So, you see, without justice, then there will be anarchy, which means justice has to take its course whenever it's necessary, and forgiveness. And forgiveness in the sense that if it's, a minor issue between two persons, an individual can decide to say, okay, right, let's go, I've forgiven you, but do not do this next time, or do not do it again. It's wrong to do this. And this is something between two persons, or something that somebody can do for the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Let's see this one now. Good afternoon, Constance. It's two different things. Good example is, okay, I've read this message. What's your name? Joy from Woji says, good afternoon, Constance. Justice and forgiveness are not the same, but in application, they always work together. It is only a just man that can truly forgive. In the parent-child relationship, the parents condemn the child's wrongdoing, which is justice, and then forgive the child. That's why the punishment is most likely mild. Okay. But generally, it has been established here that part of what justice entails is acknowledging that a wrong has been done. So having the person who did the wrong know, or not just know, but maybe acknowledge that they have done wrong. And then even generally, whether we're seeking forgiveness or justice, it means a wrong has been done. There is just that acknowledgement. A wrong has been done. So when it says justice, this is what I'm deducing from all of this. When it's justice, it is not only the person who was wronged who acknowledges a wrong done to them. It is also the person who did the wrong that will also acknowledge that I have done wrong. Or perhaps other people. Because sometimes people keep pleading not guilty, even until they are sentenced to life imprisonment. And they're still pleading not guilty. You just wonder. You did something. Reminds me of the policeman in Lagos. The one who shot dead that lawyer in December comes out to say he has no case to answer. I'm like, woo! What? I mean, your story has been all over the news. Anyway, thank God for the courts where the judge told him, you've got a case to answer, young man. A family has been left in mourning. That's since December. You ruined their Christmas. You've ruined their year and their life, actually. You've taken something very precious from them, and then you show up in court and say, I don't have a case to answer. Oh. Anyway, so when it comes to justice, it's not just the person who has been wronged that acknowledges a wrong done to them. It is that person and perhaps the person who did the wrong or some other persons, all right? So that is established. But then when it comes to forgiveness, it is the person who has been wronged that acknowledges a wrong has been done to them. Because the person who did you the wrong might be arguing that they did you no wrong. Yeah. Like the man whose plantain was stolen. The young man could as well say, I did not steal it. I'm hungry. I took it. Are you the only person that owns land in this village? The plantain is ripe. Why did you not pluck it? I did not steal it. Hey, I'm standing in your farm with plantain, but it's not your own. So yes, it is now the person who wants to forgive that would say, even though you have wronged me, I'm letting you go. Even in your bad behavior. So we're not negating the bad behavior. I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Sincerely, I don't want to wait till I
justice. And here it goes. So this person says, hello Constance, if bank slap the left side of your bank account, do you turn the other side of your account for them to slap? When the bank debited us or debits you without a successful transaction, can you just read Matthew 6 verse 15 and move on? Let's stop selective justice, Joe. That is why our society is where we are today. Ken. So do we say because we are seeking justice and then we seek justice in every matter? Is there a place for selective justice? Are there instances where selective justice is actually fairness? What do you think? Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good morning.
Oh.
It's actually afternoon. What's your name?
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. What's your name?
Okay, I'm Michelle, calling from Berkeley.
All right, go on. I'm listening.
Okay, I think I've been listening to people and you. Forgiveness and justice, they are two different things.
Okay.
When you want to talk about forgiveness, it has to do with a contract heart. You cannot forgive someone that is not remorseful, get the wrongdoing. You know, but justice has to do with oppression. You know, maybe you are being oppressed. Somebody, because he has money, come to collect your landed property and says nothing you can do. You know, in such a scenario, you need to seek justice and for it to be vindicated. Or you will malign someone possibly tell you that you are a criminal, accuse you of what you are not. So how can you be justified? You need to seek justice. We can, it can even relate to our first parent, Adam, what he did, intentionally did disobey God, and at the end, what happened? There was a just cause. He was punished because, for one thing, he did not show remorseful of their doing. And so, looking at this, we can see that justice and forgiveness are two different things. So, through our court cases, we are being justified by people or someone who, feel that they are on top of the world, and when we go there, we can really get justice. But forgiveness has to do with, I've done you wrong, and I said, please forgive me for what I did. And so you'll be moved and say, go and sin no more. Just like that guy who related someone who stole his plantain.
All right.
If the guy had said no, that no, you can't do nothing. I don't have the right, and said to challenge him. Maybe the guy would have also picked the matter up to the point of the community and those who are in a position of authority to punish him.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, that's where we draw the curtain on this particular conversation right now. Thank you very much. So we have his story coming up at 1:30, and at 2 p.m. we'll bring you the news update, after which we will talk about how you feel about returning to work after the holidays. My name is Constance Mega, and this is The Sunny Side. Just stay tuned.
You are tuned in to